Good morning. Hi. When I went to bed at midnight, Marty and Stripe were smushed up in this bed right here, and Morris was in the cat hotel in the little cat ball. And I didn't want to disturb everybody, but I didn't know where Tux was. But there were plenty of other warm places to choose from, as it was a little chilly last night. Let me get the other bowl. Yeah, we were definitely in the 40s last night. A says it's 49, but I think she hasn't updated. I think it's probably in the low 50s now. I've got on a fuzzy top, so I don't need a jacket, but definitely need long sleeves this morning for me. When I was young, I skipped the jacket. But now I focus more on, I really don't want to lower my immune system and be sick, so I've sneezed a few times. My allergies with the fall stuff in the air. So if I sound a little funny, I feel fine. I just, morning allergy crap going on. So we're going to be a pretty day for a ride down to Charlotte to get Johnny. I noticed this is wilty. I gotta put water on it. Stripes at my feet. There he is. Tux is not any too happy. I've pulled out the plant pots to go to Janet's house, and Don's just going to love how many plants there are to put in Ruby. We'll start with the one that has to go, and we'll work our way from there. I did walk out this morning and put the bird bath water on some plants and refresh the bird bath water. And I see I do have one more spike from the red canna lilies there. And the heating pads are still on. Last night was pretty amazing with the northern lights. I was out here right before bed pointing here and could still see it. So it lasted a long time last night, which gave a lot more people the opportunity to see. Hey, Gray. Hi. Hello. There you go. Hi, Sweet Pea. Hi. Let me shut the door before we have visitors. And let me pick up the bag before it gets any more wet that I accidentally dropped. Hi, yeah, I've been outside. I smell like the yard. It's probably smell like dirt. I've been in the dirt this morning. We're on our second pogo loop around. Got the first round of trash picked up. Super enjoying this weather out here this morning. It's fantastic.
It's very nice.
I do have high hopes for this flower field next year. I am, though, glad that they decided, at least for this year, not to do it on all three sides of the basketball court. I just think that would have been not the best use of parkland. Out there at the street, though, where people can enjoy it. I've not seen people doing stuff close to the road there. And they use this land all the time on this side, though, and back behind it, too. So hopefully they revise the plan. So the town guy was out here and prepped the field. For starters, he had left his F-150 gas-powered pickup truck up at the top of the hill, not parked in a space, running the entire time. Yeah. And then he was down here and he prepped the field, and he didn't pick up not one stinking piece of trash. It's probably not part of his job description. Oh, it's been picked up now. There was a bottle past first base over there that we couldn't reach from this side of the fence, and so we did both dugouts and behind the dugout. And I don't understand how you can have integrity and your job's to prep the field and leave trash all around the field. I also don't understand how coaches and parents let the kids leave the field and not pick up the field before they leave.
Yeah, that's my big
It starts there.
Yeah.
But, half the time they're running around scraping with the tractor, it's 10 feet farther to the bottle, As I was filming that last segment, I got stung on my upper left arm through my fleecy long sleeve top that I have on. I saw it land and I didn't freak out, and I was asking for Don to help thinking surely if I just am still and Don can swat it or shoo it, I'll be fine. And it just stung me right through my shirt just for the heck of it. I don't know what it was. It was not an ant and it was not a hornet, but it was definitely a biting insect, pretty large. And my arm doesn't feel good now at all. I'll go home and put some cortisone cream on it, maybe an ice pack for a bit, and you know, see if I can't get it to calm down a bit, because right now it doesn't feel too good. Only other comment I was going to make is, you know, at IBM, honestly, it's a piece of trash. There were a lot of times when, you know, we were counseled by our manager to, I don't know, spend less time with the customer, shorten our resolution time with our customers, or stuff like that. That's how to, that's not defect. You know, don't spend time on it. But they weren't the people on the phone with the customers like, God, please, I need some help. You know about this. Can't you give me some hints? There's nowhere out there I can get an answer to this, which was true. You know, and so I get rated on customer satisfaction. So Don and I were always erring on the side of helping too much. It was very hard for us to not err on the side of helping too much. Well, that's how I look at the trash at the park. It's like, I get it, you got N number of fields you've got to prep today, and your manager cares about how fast you complete that, and it's somebody else's job to pick up the trash. So you don't pick up the trash and you just move on to the next field. See, me, I just couldn't. That's just, I'd have to go to my manager and tell him I'm sorry, but I need an extra 15 minutes per field to pick up the trash. You know, it just goes against the person that I am, leaving it there like that. Or just hustle faster and get it done, instead of sitting up in the, you know, truck on your phone for a while. Maybe on break, maybe not, I don't know. And that was what was going through my head, so you understand where I'm coming from. I've been in the position with too many calls, customers to call back, not enough hours in the day, not part of my job description. I guess I'm just not a model employee. And I didn't know the camera was so high because I was running my mouth, so there. We went around the track one time to make sure all the trash on the track was picked up too. And sometimes we don't get out here over the weekend and, you know, leave it looking nice for the weekend. This is part of what I was printing yesterday. This, and I made more candy corn. Don hasn't taken the supports off of these yet. It takes him a few minutes. I learned how to print thin supports, although I see now under here that maybe that doesn't give you the smoothest feel on the back side. This is harder to get off, but might be better. Who knows? I have the video edited. I gotta go, Gray. I'm sorry, but you know who's gonna come visit tonight? Johnny's gonna come visit. That's right. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Good girl, good girl. We're loaded up, and there's a lot of plants back there. I didn't count, but there's a lot. And we're a few minutes later than we wanted to leave, but not many. And now's the time where I remind Donnie that he really can't let FSD drive because of the plants. Remember, it throws things around in the back, and we can't afford that today.
Okay.
Don't me.
Yeah, but I put a couple boards back there, the brace stuff, but I'll do.
You'll be okay. Well, I think you straight pass are fine, but you know, sometimes stopping is not fine.
Yeah, I agree.
We're almost to our friend Janet's house. Janet used to work with us at IBM. I got to spend a week at Euro Disney in Paris with Janet back in the day, back in like 97 or something. So anyway, she has horses and donkeys and a pig and dogs and kitties, and I'm gonna have to make sure we don't stay longer than 30 minutes or 45 at the most, so we can keep on booking on time to Johnny. The car is very useful. Don really likes to know, so he had me, I was just gonna put in Union Deck when we got to Janet's house, but Don really wanted to see it. And we have canceled the Charlotte Supercharger 3 times at least, and we've told it we want to stop at Thomasville coming and going. And that's actually worked really well. The car just recalculated and dealt with the fact that we told it Thomasville in both directions. So, because we know that works, we've done the route a lot. And Janet's house is adding less than like 5 miles out of her way. It's just really not out of our way at all. So, yeah, it's all good. We know where we're going. We know. I don't believe in both directions it's going to make us charge for 30 minutes. It's been pretty conservative lately. We've never charged more than 15 in both directions on purpose. I mean, we've been there like, oh, we're eating, or oh, we're looking at stuff in the store. Johnny ordered something and Sheets was slow, but we've never intentionally stayed there longer than 15 minutes. So anyway, it's a beautiful afternoon. Janet has what you would call a remote property. The road dead ends, and then there's her house. It's not bad though.
Yeah, her road.
I meant the condition of the road. There's no potholes. It's got some gravel. It's
Well, this hill right here is where we rode. Trust me, I know all about hillsides.
Eroding.
And roading.
Here, let me lean forward a little bit. Besides, we're in Ruby today, not in Jules, so we got rail tires. There's Janet's and her mom's house up there around the corner. The horses are over here on the side. Welcome to the farm. Janet runs Horse and Buddy, a nonprofit for therapeutic horse riding, particularly for kids with autism and other disabilities. It's a great organization. Well, that was a very nice visit. Janet was thrilled with the plants. And one of the horsies, I forget names, but one of the horsies has come a little closer to the fence. They're kind of in the shade down that way, and then this guy's come up a little closer. But I got to play with the pig and all the doggies, and I saw the kitty, and
oh, here's the donkeys.
Oh yes, and here's the other horsey. Yeah, there's 3 horse and 2 donkeys right now. Last time we were here, there were 2 horsies. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes when they retire from therapy work at Horse and Buddy, they end up at Janet's farm. Not always, but sometimes. Today's build is the most recent gift with purchase, this jack-o'-lantern and ghost. It does have a light brick in it, and I'm guessing when you push down on the stem that the face of the jack-o'-lantern lights up. But I'm not that far in the instructions yet. We'll find out. It's done, and yes, you press the light brick by pushing down on the stem. And I learned that there are 2 potential faces. I think I chose the scarier of the 2 faces. So you kind of got to make a decision which part of the instruction book you want to follow to finish the face. It was a fun build. I really like it. I'm glad I got it. And yeah, it's cool. We're here at Thomasville. We're currently at 89 miles. She's saying she wants us to charge for 30 minutes. I don't believe it. And it has us getting to Charlotte at 5:36, assuming we charge for the whole 30 minutes. So, but we do want to get back here, although Salisbury's closer, so we have to at least be able to get back to Salisbury, because we don't want to stop at the one that's around the corner from the school. Too congested Harris Teeter parking lot. No, thank you. Now, my understanding was, and you feel free to correct me, but the grayed ones are the ones we can't reach without additional charging, and the red ones are all the ones that we can get to. I think that's true. This morning, Charlotte was red, but Thomasville, where we're at up here, was gray.
And so was Salisbury. Right,
and so was Salisbury was gray. And I went into the Tesla app on my phone, which I never do, and looked at the charging stations, and it said one stall was in use over here. And while we've been here, there's been 3 or 4 of the 8 or 12 in use, but not full by any stretch. So that was one anomaly today. And yesterday when we were at the car show and I had a nice woman sitting with me and I was explaining how charging works a little bit, and people love it when you spend 10 minutes and you give them an overview of the screen. They just like light bulbs go on about how easy it is to navigate. And even with that little anomaly, I still think it's plenty easy. But it was also gray things I didn't understand last night while they were gray too. So that wasn't just a today thing. And then the other anomaly was, you know, it had this ridiculous amount of time for us charging here. And now understand that Don and I manipulated what supercharger we were stopping at, not the one it told us. We removed stops and added stops back. We did some non-normal routine stuff. But anyway, it was a ridiculous amount of time, so we canceled everything out and added it back, and it dropped like 8 minutes off of our charging time easy. Here, at least. And then, and so we're fixing to leave, but remember we told you it didn't seem quite right, and this is not the first time we've canceled out. If it doesn't seem right, cancel it out and add it back, because that's oftentimes it causes it to do a new calculation and then things make sense. So it just...
Yeah, we're going to stay here. There's no use in getting there before 5:30.
Right.
So we're going to be here until this thing says 5:30-ish.
Yeah, well, it says 5 minutes to continue trip,
right.
And that's 4 minutes there. So we're, you know.
Yeah, because we're up to 20% to back to this spot. And to have 20% is plenty of a cushion, but, having, 25% is even a better cushion.
Yeah. And, and we've got, on the way down today, we have a bunch of Zevia cream soda and energy drinks for Johnny. It seems like every trip, one way or the other, we're helping restock his energy drink. Because even when he goes with friends to pick up something at the Target, lugging heavy things is not easy, a couple of Target bags, but because he's got other things like, soaps and things, cleaners for the bathroom and stuff. So anyway, we're always carrying, it seems like we're always transporting robot bins or transporting drinks or heavy stuff. So it's kind of important that we're in the car and making the trip. The car is saying 1 minute, and then it was saying calculating, and what I wanted to show you was that it has us back here at 25%. So why didn't it tell us we could leave at 15%? We had us some pork rinds, and Don just took the trash out. We were waiting to finish so we could put the trash in the trash can. Trash in the trash can. There's a 75D Model S in front of the white pickup truck just in front of us on the left there, and we're right about the same part on 85 where we saw our very first Tesla on the highway.
All those years ago.
Yeah, was that 15 or 16?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. We were coming back from the train museum in Spencer, North Carolina, and we saw that first Model S. Don's like, oh, there's a Tesla. And I looked up and went, oh, okay.
What's that?
What's that? I'm like, well, if you're excited about it, I'll be excited about it too. And then that was basically all she wrote after that.
Yeah.
There's a Amazon Rivian truck. Hey, Amazon, I'm a good customer. I'm still waiting for one of these to show up in my driveway so I can ooh and all over it and embarrass the driver.
To no end, I might add.
Exactly. Come on, I'm waiting for my day. My day's got to be coming soon. We've got Johnny now. You might can tell by the sun we're headed back north. We're on the turnpike coming back into Holly Springs. Now it goes past where it used to go. The other night, Ruby, coming home from the car show, She totally blew past the exit. She did not take the exit. Yep, Dawn had to take the exit, and she knew that she was supposed to get off there. The distance was counting down from 0.4 miles to 0.3 miles to 0.2 miles, but yet she refuses to take the exit. Now that is well, the exit hasn't changed. The turnpike just goes further than it used to, but
it used to end here, but
right.
you had to take this exit even when it used
But
to
they didn't
end
even
here.
they didn't do anything to the exit. The exit is bend, so we don't understand why she won't take the exit. It's been pretty uneventful on the way home. Just hanging out in the car. There was one time I looked up and Ruby was she did that, let's switch lanes at the very last minute coming up to a stoplight thing back there on Highway 64. And one of those times she came a little closer to the vehicle in front of her than I would have liked. I think Dawn too, for changing lanes. It was a flatbed trailer, and she realized she wanted around it, but she was she didn't slow up enough, or she waited too late to move. One of the two.
Yeah, it was a little tighter than comfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't comfortable. It lights up. It looks much more impressive when we're not driving west into the full setting sun.